Hello, everyone. In today's report, we're gonna sort of work our way from the outside in. So, start with the news about things happening outside Ukraine and then work our way into Ukraine. Oh my, how the tune has changed. Now, apparently, ending the war in Ukraine is gonna take time and effort, says Mike Waltz. Mike Waltz is the guy that Trump plans to appoint as the national security advisor. So now he says, Trump can't just go willy-nilly into any kind of negotiations unless he has relationships with all of the parties involved. Taken on its own, that's not necessarily a wrong statement. You should know everyone involved when you go into any kind of negotiation, especially when you're talking about trying to end one of the biggest global conflicts we've had since World War II. However, what happened to 24 hours? That's what people voted for you for. You said you were going to end this in 24 hours before you even took office. You don't have much time left, dude. You have a week. And then there was also ending it within 24 hours on the day you took office. What happened to that? Now it's going to take time. First we said 24 hours, then 3 weeks, then 6 months. Now it's going to take time. I wonder if price of eggs is also going to take time to come down, like about 4 years. One of the biggest stories, this is circulated throughout all of the major news outlets, is a diary by the North Korean soldier. It was translated using South Korean allies, and it has some drawings. So basically, it describes the Russians' tactic of using North Korean soldiers as bait. So what they're talking about is basically having somebody come out from under any type of cover, from any kind of safe location, to attract Ukrainian drones. Remember, we talked about Ukrainian drones that are trained to hunt down individual soldiers, right? So this is what this is for. So they send out a North Korean guy to just stand there in the open field to attract a drone. And then when a drone appears, the other ones hopefully shoot it. I have a feeling that doesn't work out that way every time, because this particular diary belonged to the North Korean soldier who died. So it didn't work out for him. Time and time again, based on what they have seen in combat, Ukrainian military pointed out that these guys are not trained in anything. Not modern warfare, not strategy, not tactics, not the use of modern weapon. They're just there as bait and cannon fodder, which surprises me not at all. This is what was predicted. And this diary just confirms the fact. So let's do a little math again. In the beginning, we had, 11,000 North Koreans that were sent in. Since then, 4,000 have either died or were injured. So that's almost half. Third to a half. So again, my question is not to the North Korean government. They clearly don't give a shit. My question is to the people of North Korea. Are you okay with this? This is not a collaboration. This is not an equitable collaboration. Once again, unfortunately, nationalism is rampant in Russia. When the war first began, it was the non-Russian nationals that got thrown into battle up front. when it became clear that Ukraine was going to resist. It wasn't Russians. It was Karelians, it was Yakuts, it was Chechens. They did whatever they could to spare Russian lives at the cost of the non-Russian nationals. And when they ran out of the non-Russian nationals and started running out of Russians, even after they used convicted criminals, they reached out to North Korea. You are the replacement. You're just another set of disposable resources. So again, people of North Korea, this is happening. This is happening to your people. If you can reach for the sources in South Korea, listen to them. They have this information. Just saying. We had some success. So there's been a large strike by Ukrainian armed forces. They hit a command post of Russia's Second Guards of Combined Arms Army in the Donetsk region. So this is important. Donetsk region has been occupied now for a while. Donetsk region got occupied right after the annexation of Crimea, and you can read up on that. Part of this was done with the help of the pro-Russian nationalists living in the Donetsk region. To understand that dynamic, I suggest you go and read the Ukraine's history of Holodomor, how that area was basically emptied artificially using a famine of Ukrainians, and how Russian convicts were moved to that region to work the coal mines. That's how Russians ended up there. So anyway, so with the help of the pro-Russian nationalists and separatists, Russian militants were allowed into that region, and they have been there ever since. So, because they've been there for so long, they have been able to really dig in. And that has been one of the major locations of all of the major war action, the hottest war action out there. This is where we still have 2 family members fighting. So the fact that they managed to hit a Russian command center is definitely good news. And once again, this was a precision airstrike, which is something Ukrainians have been getting better and better at. Always good news. This was highly coordinated, very well planned, and successful. I'm sure Russian media is gonna spin it as, oh, all of the air projectiles were shot down and it's just some pieces fell down and caused a fire. Whatever. It worked.